Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to cover a week's worth of workouts to cover the categories of health, muscle and strength gain, and injury prevention. Keep in mind, not everybody has their whole day to work out. Not all of us work out for a living, so I want to incorporate the fact that these sessions won't take up super long, and the week's worth of workouts to cover all of these categories and to train the entire body and produce real results will not take up all of your time. Alright, so my name's Kenny, guys. I've been lifting for 10 plus years with dieting incorporated in there. Also, I'm a lifetime natural and I like to think that I look pretty good. That's a pretty recent shot of me. I could be a little bit leaner. I could, of course, be carved up, have a pump, be in the gym, have good lighting, and look even better. But the whole point is this is what I look like. I think it's pretty good. Some of you guys are seeing people's physiques that honestly, they claim natty and they're not actually natty. So if I've been lifting for this long, guys, and doing, I would say, like a pretty good job at being consistent, depending on your genetics, of course, because we're all different, this is what you kind of can expect to look like. Of course, I look much better in the gym and in person as well, but keep in mind there is an upper limit. So anyways, besides that, I just want to help you guys to just understand that fitness is about, or just a life in general is about starting where you're at and starting with what you have and what you can do. So you don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start, because that perfect moment will never occur. So just start right now and get the work done. Alright, so basically you guys are going to get to learn from all of my mistakes that I made from the decade plus of training and dieting. You're going to get a balanced workout, a week's worth of workouts to create excellence in all of the three categories that we previously mentioned, which are becoming healthier, which is the number one goal, to create an aesthetic physique, to build muscle, and to gain strength, so we're actually functional. We can actually like do things in regular life and have strength to move stuff. And then 3, have longevity, be able to stay healthy, don't have a ton of joint pain, be able to do what you love doing for a long period of time. So I'm going to try to create excellence in all of these categories. Also, keeping in mind, like I said before, we don't want to spend a ton of time in the gym. You want fitness to enrich your life. You don't want fitness to be your entire life. You want fitness to be a core part of your life, but there's other pillars to life, such as relationships, your mental health, wealth, freedom, happiness, so many other things, guys. You want to optimize your fitness so that these other things, when they come into play, you can have a really well-rounded and really excellent life. Now, with that said, this video is to focus on optimizing the pillar of fitness, but we're not trying to make our whole life about this, because there's so many other things that we need to improve and focus on as well. Guys, if this video helps you, please support the channel by liking, commenting, sharing it, subscribing. Let me know what worked, what didn't. Let me know your opinions. Make this video go viral. And yeah, I just really want to add value to you guys through this video. So if you got value out of it, please support the channel. And so the goals of this workout, like we previously mentioned before, we're trying to create some sort of a front end goal. So what you're going to actually see, so that's your aesthetic physique. Oh yeah. And the back end, what you don't see, which is your internal health. So a lot of things like your gut health, your joint health, all about staying injury free and being healthy. So just kind of in point, we're going to build muscle, we're going to build strength, we're going to be proportionate, we're going to have good cardiovascular health, which leads to overall better body and mind health. That's the health aspect of this program, is the good cardiovascular health, aka you guys got to do cardio. You know, for some of you that may be a downer kind of statement, but yes, you do need to do cardio. And staying injury free, which means that we're going to need to do mobility and flexibility routines, do some stretching in there, and build strength in those increased flexibility positions. Alright, so let's get rid of some misconceptions. We're already touching on many repetitive topics, which is good, because a lot of the times in life, guys, we don't even need to learn new things. We just need to be reminded of old things that we're just not getting in our heads and just not applying. So let's just keep going over and over things that we need to internalize, because sometimes, like I said, we don't internalize them and we just need to be reminded of them. We don't need a new topic. It's not a new thing that we're looking for. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to do what works and refine it and be more consistent with it. Alright, so this is not going to take all of your time, guys. Like, you don't need to spend 4 hours in the gym each day. You don't need to spend 2 hours in the gym each day. You don't need to spend every day in the gym. But this program, as you will kind of see later on, it facilitates the fact that if you want to spend more days in the gym, you can. If you want to spend less, you can also. And you will still achieve all the things that you're trying to achieve. And as a side note, like, it does require some time, though. And the way that I think of it is, either you want to go into the gym and build the body that you want, or you want to watch TV. Like, what were you going to do with that time anyways? That time that you said, I don't want to go to the gym, I'm too tired. Were you just going to lay there and sit on the couch and watch TV? Were you just going to, like, smoke? Or were you just going to, like, what were you going to do? Was it more worth it than building the body that you want? So it does take a bit of time, and you have to sacrifice and commit some time to building the body that you want. Another misconception, guys, is that it's not just about the weights. You got to think about what your goals are, and we already covered what our goals are. It's excellence in those categories. And of course, if your weight training was more so bodybuilding training versus like strength training, you could obviously modify the workouts to achieve that specific goal. But the whole point is, you don't need to do a ton of weight workouts to achieve your goals. I want to look good. I don't know about you guys, but I also want to maintain looking good. Like, I don't want to just diet down once and look good once. Like, just good for a summer. I want to look good all the time. And so there's a lot of aspects that kind of go into this, guys. But you need to get yourself lean, but not too lean. You need to just have a lot of things in check. But the whole point of me saying this was just, like, people think that, like, how do I want to say this? Basically, the misconception is that, like, maybe this is like super short term. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get across here. But basically, it's not short term in the sense that, like, you just want to work hard and all of a sudden you stay fit forever. Like, you need to work hard and continue to work hard to maintain your physique. But you don't need to spend a ton of time to do that. You just need to spend the right time in doing the right things. Now, with that said, there's still a level of sacrifice that you need to maintain in order to, like, keep your physique. So that's why you want a proper plan. Because if you don't have a proper plan, you can't stay consistent with something that's not proper, right? So that's why you never want to crash diet, do too much volume with workouts, because you can maintain that for maybe a couple of months, but then eventually you might start getting injuries, and then you can't maintain it. So whatever you built up eventually will crumble because you're not able to do it for a long period of time. Also, keep in mind, guys, there's no such thing as being fully injury-free. When you work out with weights and you push yourself and you're trying to build an amazing physique, at some point you're going to get injured. You can't fully avoid injuries, but you can minimize them. Alright, so let's just get into how the schedule will look. So our weight training gym days will be 3 times per week, and they're going to be approximately 1 hour workouts split up into pull, legs, and push. So that's what the pull will look like, that's what the legs will look like, that's what the push will look like, the muscle group breakdown. And then we need to add in cardio. So the fun thing about this is, guys, what we can do is first add 10 to 15 minutes of low to moderate intensity cardio at the end of the weight training session. And this will add half an hour to 45 minutes of cardio per week. So we can start by doing as little as 3 days per week of working out. Now, if you really wanted to be a minimalist and you were super busy, you can drop down potentially to 2 times a week and 1 time a week weight training, and then you can do at home some cardio. So you're still working out, like, say, like 3 times a week, maybe even more, just with the cardio and just doing weights 1 to 2 times a week. But I'm assuming most people can do 3 days of weights per week, because then you have to kind of ask yourself, what are the other things that are filling my time consistently week to week that I can't spend 3 days lifting for approximately an hour? And granted, we're adding in that cardio so that you literally only need to be working out 3 times per week if you were super busy. Now, this is where we kind of crank it up a notch. So what I like to do is I like to have one kind of moderate high intensity cardio session per week that's a little bit longer, so not that 10 to 15 minutes, kind of like double that. And this could be on a weight training day, so you can just be in the gym 3 days per week, like I was saying before. Just the days that you weight train, you also do all of your cardio. So you're going to have that one higher intensity training session for your cardio after that workout, probably not legs, probably back, probably pull, I should say, or push. And then you would have the other low to moderate intensity cardio sessions after the other weight training sessions. Or what you can do is say, hey, I'm going to come in the gym 4 days per week, but the one day is just cardio. With that said, guys, all of your cardio doesn't need to be in the gym. It could be a walk with friends. It could be running. It could be cardio at home. So like treadmill, biking, you can go hiking, you can go swimming, anything that is causing you to move. And then you can fluctuate what the effort is or what the exercise is or what the movement is to get your moderate to high to low intensity. So obviously if you're like running, then you could run faster to get your higher intensity. If you were doing some sort of biking, you could do a higher resistance and you can bike a little bit harder to get your higher intensity, etc., etc. So this is where the flexibility of the routine kind of comes in. So you could literally work out 3 times per week with the weights. Let's just say that that's our routine. It's pretty minimalist. And then you can do a little bit of cardio after each session. Maybe not after legs. So let's say even like two after 2 workouts, so the pull and the push day. And then you can come into the gym for a 4th session where you do like some treadmill, maybe some of the Stairmaster. And you just do that for 30 minutes. Guys, you're in the gym for 4 days a week, less time for that 4th session. And then what you can do is be working out for 6 days a week. Again, 3 days weights, so the other 3 days would be cardio, and then you take 1 full rest day on the 7th day where you can still do active recovery. I would recommend just doing something like walking, not so much running, biking, hiking, swimming. Maybe hiking if it's at like a slow pace, because you still want to be able to recover. So you can do 3 days of weights and 3 days of cardio, one of those being a higher intensity, and the 2 other days being a low to moderate intensity. Obviously, this would be a day that you can afford to travel to the gym, spend 20 to 30 minutes, and then come back home. If you weren't able to do that, you could obviously do these things at home, because like I said, cardio can be anywhere. If you have a home like elliptical, treadmill, bike, this is where those come in handy, like super good. You literally just have to hop on that bike for 20 to 30 minutes, and then you got your cardio done. And you could easily do that 3 times per week, and just have a higher intensity cardio session for one of those days. So you can easily see how, guys, this could be anywhere from 3 days per week to 6 days per week, and you can get in all of your weight training plus your cardio. All right, so now the injury prevention part. So this is where we're going to need to do mobility. So what I do is I pick 2 days to do my mobility. Each day takes about 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. And I do this because if I had to do a 30-minute mobility routine with like a ton of different exercises, I'm most likely to skip that routine. But if I have to do less, I'm most likely to do it. And then on weeks where you can do more mobility days, you can do mobility twice a week. Because this is basically going to be split into an upper focus kind of mobility day, so a day for shoulders and upper back. So this is going to include, like I have here, the rotator cuff when you're doing this kind of thing with the dumbbell, Y raises, which are good for strengthening your traps and bringing back your scapula, and pullovers, which just create a nice amount of stretch in your back and just kind of like keep your shoulders nice and healthy. And then a lower back kind of hip focused mobility day. So my upper and lower mobility days basically. So the lower day would be things like seated good mornings for the lower back, and emphasize split squat to open up the hips to reduce lower back pain, the couch stretch, which is a good quad stretch, and the internal and external hip rotation. It's for stretching out the hips and also for stretching out the groin kind of area. So I do each of these once a week, and if I want to do one of them an extra time to do 3 mobility sessions per week, then so be it. So basically what you're trying to do, guys, is develop your range of motion within these exercises, and then for some of them you can add weight in those increased range of motion positions. So having that increased flexibility with developing strength in that increased flexibility position is going to prevent injury. And this honestly sounds like an old man's game, but I'm telling you guys, I turned 29 this year. I had a bulging disc. I've never had such a severe injury in my entire life. And to even get back to 100%, it has required so much effort. I'm still not back to 100%, but I will get back to 100%. And then I want to stay there. And I don't want to develop any other further injuries worse than this one. So I'm getting better with mobility, so I'm learning that this is something that I need to incorporate within my routine. And honestly, guys, what were you going to do with those 10 to 20 minutes anyways? Like, what were you going to do that you can't do your mobility? This can be done at home. This doesn't need to be done at the gym. This can be done literally anywhere. So you can do it in the gym if you want to, but it literally just takes just getting off the couch and just doing this for 10 to 20 minutes. You can even keep the TV on and do this while you're watching TV and just kind of relax and do your mobility. It doesn't require like super crazy intense focus, but you do need to do it. And the other thing I was just trying to say, guys, is do what you can. If you can't do the full routine for even the half, and the half being the fact that I split it into upper and lower, if you can't do all the exercises for your upper day, just do what you can. And that applies to the cardio, that applies to everything. You'll see that in the next slide. Alright, so guys, I'm wrapping it up right here. I just want to encourage you to do some rather than none. If you can't do the prescribed amount of weight training, just get in there, do some bicep curls, do some lat pull downs, and get out. If you can't do the full chest routine, the full push routine, just do a little bit of incline press, do a little bit of tricep push downs, some lateral raises, then get out. If you can't really do anything for legs much, just do some ham curls and do some squats, then get out. If you can't do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio, just do 15, do 10. If you can't do 3 days of cardio outside of the gym, do 1 or 2. If you can't do the high intensity session for that week, just do the moderate and low to low intensity sessions. The whole thing is just do something rather than nothing. Start where you're at. Push yourself to the effort that puts you in the position to say that I gave this my 100% effort. You're not going to be able to push as hard as somebody else and lift as heavy as somebody else that's been doing this for a long time. So give your 100%, and over time that 100% will get better and better as you get more and more fit. Show up. Put in the work no matter where you're at. Don't wait for the perfect time to get started. The perfect time will never appear. You just need to start now. And remember, guys, it's really important to eat properly. Without a proper diet regimen, you don't have the backbone set. You don't have the foundation set. Eating properly gives you the ability to have enough energy to work out, to build muscle, to stay lean, to have proper sleep. It's so crucial, but guys, this is not a diet routine, but you do need to eat properly. You need to eat not too many calories. You need to get your body fat down to a healthy level to be healthy. And then you also need to eat enough calories and protein, but not too much, in order to facilitate energy to work out and to build muscle and to recover. So, and you want to have proper vitamins and minerals to be able to function properly, so that's why eating healthy food is also important. Guys, eventually you will get there. It takes time. Time weeds out the people that want it and will have it versus the people that just say that they want it. The difference is you got to put in the work consistently over time in order to get it. Be about it. Don't just say that you're about it. You're literally just a certain amount of choices away from achieving what you want in life. Stick to it long enough to get it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to head out now. Like I said, support the channel, support the video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care. Peace.